This is Emma. And I'm Sky. We met on Tinder. And now we live on a sailboat that we named Leap. We're leaving Colorado, going to Bonaire. We just winterized the cabin, and it's the end of the season and the start of the new season.
It was like we packed and then immediately it was winter. Off to the Caribbean! Is this real life?
Yeah. Going to buy groceries while we have a truck, and then we're going to a beach barbecue tonight. Well, this afternoon, I guess. So, would you say this is the fanciest supermarket on the island?
Yes, with innumerable kinds of Gouda cheese and dogs that stake out the front so effectively that there's signage that tells the tourists, these dogs have homes and are fed. Please stop feeding the con artist dogs that hang out here.
So I would say this is the most expensive but most selection on the island, and most of it's imported from Amsterdam. So a lot of European products. What do you think about this machine?
I'm in love.
We're going to go meet our friends for a barbecue. They own a brewery here on Bonaire.
Shout out to Sugar Thief.
And we're gonna have a little sunset beach barbecue at a beach down here. If you look to your left, you can see the salt pyramids here in Bonaire. They mine salt here, and they put it on this conveyor belt that takes it over to the ocean where it loads onto big ships. There's a scuba diver under the pier right now. It just popped up.
Oh yeah, apparently a great place to go diving.
Yeah, popular diving spot under the pier there. These are all the salt flats where they do the salt mining.
And on the other side of the water is where the flamingos bless it.
Yeah, the flamingos are on the other side.
We knew we were going to love Bonaire for the marine park, the whole entire island. 100% of the coastline is a marine park. We knew it would be beautiful. We knew we would love the snorkeling and diving, but we had no idea how welcomed we would be by people who became fast friends in Bonaire. We felt so welcomed, and it was really hard to leave. But our boat can only stay there for 6 months without having to pay import fees, and so we knew we would need to leave. And everyone we met, knew that we were living on a boat and that we were going to be on the move and we weren't there forever. but still was so welcoming and really invested in us. So we were really deeply touched by the people in Bonaire.
Yesterday we had an issue with our dinghy where it wouldn't really go. And after looking at it a little bit, I figured we had spun the prop, which basically means the prop isn't going to translate the motor's revolutions into the prop's revolutions, so you don't go anywhere. You just rev the motor and you don't go anywhere. Kind of like if your clutch is slipping in your car or your transmission is slipping. So luckily there's a Yamaha dealer here on Bonaire and they had one in stock. And we were able to get one this morning, which is probably the fastest parts turnaround we've had down here in the Caribbean. And it's working again, so we have a car again, which is great. Unfortunately, it's our last day in Bonaire. Our time here is up, but we hope to get back soon. It's been a great stay, a great island, lots of great people. We'll miss it, but it's time for something new. So heading to Curacao tomorrow if weather holds up, and should be a fun time. So this is the old spun prop. So you can see there's rubber packed in there, and it provides like a dampening between the drive shaft and the propeller in case you hit something. And yeah, the rubber's just like pretty disintegrated in there, pretty old. So basically it would work at low speed, but as soon as you gave it gas, that would just slip around and eventually it would have just given up. So luckily they had a new prop here on the island, and maybe on another island we can get this one rebuilt and we'll have a spare. I'll show you the new prop. All shiny and new. And yeah, good to go now.
So our 6 months were up and we left just 2 days shy of being required to leave the country. Something that made it a lot easier to leave was that we invited my mom to come to Bonaire and travel with us to Curacao. And she said yes. So we prepped for what should be a really easy downwind sail and got our act together and headed out.
Took our Bonaire courtesy flag down. How do you feel about that?
I feel so sentimental. It's the best. Like, we were told it would be the best and it was even better. That's how that goes. Yeah, I cried saying goodbye to people and leaving. The best. We're having a wonderful time. The waves feel big, the boat feels strong, feels magical to get to be doing this with my two favorite people. I'm available to see dolphins and whales. We're headed to Curacao. First, we're going to Klein Curacao, which is something that people do when they come from Bonaire frequently, and it's this deserted lighthouse, spectacular island, but you're not legally allowed to go there before checking in at Curacao. And we got personally okayed by the Coast Guard and Harbor Master to go. So tonight we're gonna have sunset dinner in like the most magical little island.
And you want to give a weather report here?
The ocean is very wet. The waves
Also
come
wet.
one after another. There was one again. I think our weather report should include more depth. Like, how's our depth?
Let's check our depth. What does our depth sensor have to say? That means it's so deep we can't even read it.
No wonder I wasn't seeing it on yet.
Shipwrecks. 3 of them.
Right now, Skylar is trying to make our anchor available to drop.